Very well. Where do I begin?
Anime NYC November 2021. This is the first time that Brax and I cross paths.
A date which will live in infamy.
They expect people to be grateful over 3 intertwined fates.
Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
The only thing that matters is the bottom line.
I don't care about the characters and like their life and their backstory.
I should be the only mother getting praise.
It's not you versus the company anymore.
Where were you when Genshin was under attack by all these toxic Genshin haters?
Hey, it's me, Nico. I started Genshin Impact in the first week of October 2020, played through Dragonspine, and then stopped. Surely, I could not have missed too much in a mere 3 years of updates. Here's why I stopped playing. Daily commissions? Gone you. Boss fight? Gone you. Weak to cryo? Gone you. Immune to cryo? Gone you. I had my favorite character, solved every puzzle, and there was nothing left in the game for me to beat. So, why come back now? Well, aside from needing a mental health break from that other MiHoYo game, alright, no flute, no loot. Whoa! No flute, no loot, no flute, no loot. They added a Lunar Festival outfit for Ganyu, and I was ready to subject myself to all 9 circles of hell to acquire it. Besides, I just came out of a major surgery, and had nothing to do with pop oxycodone and playing my computer. So getting back into this game shouldn't be too painful by comparison. Right? Indeed, I was excited to see what quality of life improvements had been added, and which mechanical issues had been resolved. Better be a whole lot of free stuff for me when I log in, or I swear to God. I log in. Every icon in my menu and interface has red exclamation marks. My wish history, or wishtory, if you will, had been completely reset. What do you mean? What do you mean, no record? Looking back, it seems rather silly for me to have thought that I could just continue the main story quest line. Nope. Every single Archon quest is interrupted by a series of side quests that are tied to companion quests for characters that I've never even seen before. Man, I can't wait until I figure out how to unlock and do these quests when their prerequisites are the exact Archon quests they're preventing me from doing in the first place. What am I looking at? Who is this? Who are these people? Through my stubborn, off-meta antics, I was swiftly reminded that the gameplay was designed around 2 types of players. For husbando enjoyers, the game was not unlike Yu-Gi-Oh!, where the main goal was to collect as many copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon and Red Eyes Black Dragon as you can, using the Dark Magician Girl that's been with you from the start. For waifu appreciators, you want to maximize your energy recharge so you can burst, as frequently as possible. Unfortunately for players like me, the gameplay options were rather sparse.
Chet, if that's weird to like, then I don't want to be right.
I have to risk getting Bennett? God, Bennett, dude! So, I would just have to make do and see where the quest log takes me. And so, with my star-studded vintage roster, I venture forth. I begin in Mondstadt to become a dual monsters champion, receiving eldritch visions from my ancient self and the Shadow Realm. A great pyramid schlorps all manner of 4-star welcome back characters I will never use from the abyss. Rather than untangle the web of conflicting quests and follow the main progression of the story, I decide to lead my companions on a scourged trek through the endless Dune Sea. Though we are beset by all manner of survival-hampering environmental effects, flying polyhedrons, and a larval Shai-Hulud, I know that the land of milk and honey is a mere leap of faith away. I'm 3 continents behind and was able to get to Fontaine before Inazuma. Through this mushroom land, through the swamps, the forest, the desert of hell of doom, the more desert of hell of doom, the Junland wastes of Tatooine. Most of this is underwater. I've been at it for too long to quit. After getting first-hand experience with the tribulations of undocumented aquatic border entry, I naturally proceed to miss the train and follow the tracks all the way to the city. It's time to go, isn't it? Whoa! Wait, I didn't get the thing. All right, we got him. We got him, R2. I think you're soft-locked by a quest. Oh, no. Contrary to all expectations, Fontaine greets me with new gameplay that I enjoy. While I may be completely out of my depth trying to figure out the new mechanics, puzzles, and navigation, I am positively enthralled by the music, the ambience, and the scenery. Coming up for air to finish an event with less than a day remaining, I figure I might as well see what the local landlubbers are up to. There is a film festival going on, where Inazuma royalty attends. They inform me that a big storm has subsided in their homeland, which is now open for visitors.
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
It has?
And the war has also been brought to an end.
It has?
Peace and prosperity
There's a war?
return to the island.
But this is not the case. Sentient lightning chases me as I fumble around treacherous aisles for ascension materials. You see, the game thinks I've already completed the requirements and won't let me actually do the quest to explore them normally. In the Land of Thunder, I truly am subjected to a harrowing experience. Barricaded at every turn by story-gated content. No, let me leave, please. I just want to leave this island. I can feel my electron orbits becoming increasingly nebulous as more and more of my brain cells fail to reconstitute themselves after repeated atomization due to my inability to ride the lightning properly. I don't get it. Look, I don't. What is this? 2 Primo Gems! Ah! I hate Genshin Impact. I can hear Herta's muffled shouts as her puppets desperately try to reset the simulated universe, pulling me out of the supernatural fog moments before reaching a shrouded waypoint and sending me all the way back to Watatsumi Isle. It's true what they say. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Because losing the Fontaine swimming ability in a region that is made up of a higher percentage of water than a jellyfish is awful. I honestly just want to go back. Truthfully, I only came to Inazuma in the first place to get a quest sword for Jean, who I got by losing the 50-50 on the Farina banner. But that's a story for another video. I become a merman and live underwater, playing in an Oceanid children's book. A grand fantasy questline interwoven with the history of Fontaine, none of which I had streamed or recorded because there was zero voice acting. But that's a story for another video. The Steel Watch then formally arrests me for my temporal deviancy, questing out of order and severely distorting the game's scripting. I break out of the underwater prison, fleeing to Sumeru. I try to unlock a lyre so I can explore further, but lose track of time and end up talking to Aranara in the jungle 3 weeks later. A shockingly long, intricate adventure stemming from a random world quest marker and spanning the jungles of Sumeru. None of which I had streamed or recorded because there was zero voice acting. But that's a story for another video. At this point, it seems like every quest I complete adds 3 more to my log, so I instead take a stab at knocking out one of the companion stories I foolishly unlocked. I mind link with a dying man and see through his eyes as his wife cries out in silence. My vision goes dark. And I awaken in Boo Boo Pharmacy, accompanied by Yanfei, who is asking Baiju about a teapot and never finding out what happened to that man's family. The quest location is currently involved in the teapot to call home. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Paimon, what's happening? I try to jump into the chasm, but lo, there are too many fish! And so we return to Mondstadt from whence we came, as they are in dire need of new anglers. Gwenhyfin, a princess, an archon, and a sickly side character simultaneously take me to 4 separate festivals as I fish up another Paimon. It is at this exact moment in the adventure that I learn of a new character from my second monitor. Jean Yoon, the Bayonetta Bird Mom. A character so busted that she can leap across the ocean, skip entire mechanics, and provide your team with 15% extra gliding speed. But more than her utility, the Cloud Retainer is majestic, refined, compassionate, erudite, and so quirky that she uses barnacles scraped from turtle shells as her primary ascension material. Truly, Jean Yoon is not like other girls. And yeah, Bird Mom's model physics are best in slot, but listen. Unfortunately, she was to be released at the same time as Nahida, the Dendro Archon. Now, I could say that I was swayed to pull for this character first, because every content creator says she's required. But I like to think I'm a man who takes responsibility for his own actions.
Who is that?
Dendar.
Dendar.
I had decided the moment I saw her in the character list weeks earlier that Nahida would be my top priority. What is this thing? This one. What is this? It's like Paimon. Huh! Why is her constellation Princess Peach's stained glass window? She's the Dendro Archon? You can play as an Archon? What's Sumeru? This, however, had completely drained my account, leaving no summons available for Bird Mom. What may be construed as a minor misjudgment in my summoning strategy, as I wound up never using Nahida but permanently adding Jean Yoon to my team. Banking on losing yet another 50-50, which I would, I steel my nerves and scour all of Tevat for Primo Gems, solving puzzles and finding treasures. Yes, I was traversing and exploring the world in an effort to get a character designed to make traversing and exploring the world easier. Those closest to me hold an intervention, for I'm slipping back into the hyper-focused delirium of 19-hour puzzle sessions.
Because you were not sleeping. You are not functioning healthily, my dude. You are in trouble.
Sacrificing sleep for just a few more Primo Gems. You have work tomorrow, and if you sleep all day today, your schedule will be ruined? Yes, but if I don't finish this is 120 Primo Gems we're talking about here, okay? You don't understand.
You need to listen to
But I
me.
got the sleep. I got the sleep.
No, you didn't! That's not sleep! That's not healthy sleep!
I just need to make it to Lantern Right, so I can pay to get Ganyu new clothes.
You don't need context, Nick. You need help.
So anyway. While editing this video, I've taken some time to reflect. Maybe the endgame isn't about suffering through hundreds of hours of unvoiced dialogue, or failing to complete the spiral abyss. Maybe it's not even about going around collecting a few mints. Maybe, just maybe, the endgame of Genshin Impact is about world hopping with your friends. Fishing every single fishing node in Tevat. What a catch.
I get it.
Discovering that there's mechanical fish, and then spending weeks hunting down every display model so that you can construct your own mechanical fish aquarium. Maybe that's what Genshin's all about. Will I ever figure out how to get back to the main story and continue the actual plot of this game? Hey, it's me, off script Nico. If you want me to make more of these, please let me know. The footage from these videos was taken from months worth of streams. Twitch.tv/TrooperNico to find all of the correct instances to put together with this story, because this is just the beginning. Needless to say, I'm in too deep to quit. I have to finish this. There's a lot more than I can ever hope to put in one video. The Genshin adventure is ongoing, so if you'd like to follow along with this truly dark descent, go ahead and hit the sub button, and please give me any advice you have in the comments. I'm literally asking you to backseat me. Please help. I don't know what I'm doing. She surfs, though? She surfs, though. There's got to be a character trial for her, right? Oh, my God. Oh no. Oh no. If you get your favorite bald streamer to react to this, tell him I said this game sucks.